Chronic sugar consumption leaves a lasting mark on your DNA via epigenetic tags, chemical bookmarks that switch genes on or off. These tags can pass to your children and grandchildren, predisposing them to obesity. Your current metabolic state becomes their biological blueprint. However, these epigenetic markers are reversible. Clinical evidence suggests that 3 to 6 months of consistent dietary change can reset these tags.
Take a look at the back of your upper arm or your thighs. Small, rough, reddish bumps here are often dismissed as simple genetics, but research in the Journal of Investigative Dermatology reveals that this condition, keratosis pilaris, is a distress signal for systemic, sugar-driven inflammation. When you eat sugar, glucose floods your blood. The pancreas fires insulin, signaling cell membranes to open transport channels. But chronic sugar exhausts this. Cells stop responding, channels stay closed, and glucose bottlenecks, multiplying densely inside the bloodstream. Your body handles this overflow by redirecting the unescorted glucose to the liver for emergency processing. This invisible biological backup is the silent trigger for a systematic breakdown of your vital organs. The liver converts this excess glucose into fat stored directly inside the organ's own tissue. This creates a pale, grainy structure that impairs the liver's ability to filter toxins and regulate cholesterol. High fructose diets rewire synaptic connections in the brain within 6 weeks. This is driven by advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These compounds create a thick, rust-like residue that coats your neurons and slows down the electrical pulses between synapses. This residue targets the hippocampus, the brain's memory center. This neuroinflammation manifests as the cognitive decline we often call brain fog, or the sharp energy crash that occurs every afternoon. In the gut, fructose damages the physical integrity of the intestinal wall. The single layer of cells that forms your gut lining begins pulling apart, widening the tight junctions that are meant to keep your bloodstream sealed. When food particles and bacteria leak through these gaps, your immune system enters a state of constant alert. This chronic response triggers systemic inflammation, a primary driver of autoimmune disorders and depression. Sugar maintains this cycle by altering your hunger hormones. It mutes leptin, the hormone that signals fullness, while simultaneously spiking ghrelin, the hormone that triggers hunger. This biochemical programming makes intense sugar cravings an issue of metabolic signaling rather than a lack of willpower. Reversing this damage is a mechanical process, using 3 specific dietary protocols to clear the bottleneck. The first protocol is eliminating liquid sugar. Removing soda and juices from the diet has been clinically shown to reduce liver fat accumulation by up to 30% in just 6 weeks. The second protocol is replacing refined carbohydrates with low glycemic fuels like sourdough and legumes. These slow-burn starches prevent glucose spikes, allowing the pancreas to scale back insulin production. The third protocol is compressing the eating window to 10 or 12 hours. This period of digestive rest gives the liver the time it needs to drain its fat stores and process metabolic waste. This fasting state triggers autophagy. Your body begins to identify, break down, and dissolve its own damaged components, effectively self-cleaning the metabolic engine. Supplemental support accelerates this repair. Berberine improves insulin sensitivity. Magnesium glycinate supports enzymatic recovery, and Ceylon cinnamon stabilizes blood glucose. These interventions serve as mechanical overrides that force the body to shift from fat storage back to cellular maintenance and repair. Biological recovery begins within hours. Within the first 24 hours of starting this protocol, insulin levels begin to normalize, and the inflammatory markers in your blood start to decline. By day 3, structural proteins like occludin and claudin pull intestinal cell junctions back together, sealing gaps that leaked toxins. By day 7, the brain produces more brain-derived neurotrophic factor, fostering new neural connections and clearing the neuroinflammation that causes cognitive fog. By day 30, the liver has significantly reduced its fat stores, the intestinal barrier is restored, and hunger hormones have returned to a stable baseline. At the 1-month mark, these combined repairs move the body from a state of chronic metabolic crisis back toward baseline health. Chronic sugar consumption leaves a lasting mark on your DNA via epigenetic tags, chemical bookmarks that switch genes on or off. These tags can pass to your children and grandchildren, predisposing them to obesity.
Your current metabolic state becomes their biological blueprint. However, these epigenetic markers are reversible. Clinical evidence suggests that 3 to 6 months of consistent dietary change can reset these tags. By completing this recovery protocol, you are resetting the chemical instructions passed to the next generation, ensuring their metabolic health is defined by your recovery rather than your previous habits.